about to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, down with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me. Be free. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway.
Good morning and welcome to a day in the life here in Canada. Honestly, it's not that different to when I was back in Melbourne. I've pretty much just taken my normal routine and I'm just doing it here on the other side of the world. There's a few things that are a bit different. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but for the most part, it's been a really smooth transition, which is amazing. So today I really wanted to have a productive day and get lots done. I have a massive to-do list. I wrote it last night so that I could feel more prepared and organized for today. And so far so good. I got up this morning, I journaled, I listened to a bit of a podcast while I was eating breakfast, I went to the gym, listened to an audiobook, and then I came home, and as I was doing my makeup, I half talked to my mum and then half listened to another bit of a podcast. So I feel like I'm doing pretty well so far. I've got a load of washing in the washing machine that I'll have to deal with, and I really need to go and get groceries. I was going to do that this afternoon, but I really want contact lens solution. There's a few things that are right there in my mind right now, so I figure why not just go and run the errands early, get it over and done with. But before I do, I'm going to quickly tidy up the kitchen because doing a kitchen tidy has been part of my morning routine. I just want to unpack the dishwasher, repack it, and wipe down the benches. So I'm going to deal with that first, and then I'll go out and get groceries, and then I'll come home and start ticking things off my massive to-do list of work that I have to do today. I just remembered I'm wearing my new sweater that I got from Nordstrom the other day. It's so comfy and it's a really nice fit, but it's definitely out of my comfort zone. I don't normally wear a lot of color and I wanted to try something a bit different, so I will have it listed in the description if you're interested in joining me on this ugly but cute but ugly sweater kind of thing. I wanted to try something different and I thought this was a good start, so here we are.
Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited.
Kitchen is done. I always feel much better and ready to get on with my day once the kitchen is done. I was just thinking about my flowers because they're starting to die, but I think they've still got a few days left in them, so I won't get flowers today. I might maybe in a few days or at the end of the week, and then I just have a little bit of recycling I need to take out as well. I am good to go and get groceries. I've been doing them once a week, usually Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, just because it's nice to do it in order to feel more prepared and organized for the week. I don't know, there's just something that makes me feel like I'm together when I know what I'm feeding myself for the week. So this is my going to get groceries outfit. I'll try and have everything linked in the description, and I've got a couple of grocery bags in here as well, so I don't have to get any plastic ones. So let's go.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
I just got home and I'm going to unpack my groceries, and as I do so, I will just chat to you a little bit. One thing that I have noticed that is a little bit different is groceries are slightly more expensive here, and I mean that outside of the exchange rate. So if you take the exchange rate into account, They're a little bit more expensive than back home. In particular, like eggs are more expensive, like if you want free range eggs. Some of the fruit and vegetables, it changes because some things are a bit cheaper and some things are a bit more expensive, but for the most part, everything seems just a little bit more expensive here. One of the questions that I've had a lot recently, or not even a question, it's more just a statement, is that I have transitioned into life here pretty easily. So I had one friend here that I had known for a while. I met her when she lived in Australia, so coming here with one friend made things really easy because I've met some of her friends and I've made more friends. But the thing that I wanted to share with you, because I think it's just a little statement that I've had from a lot of people, that they want to know why and how I was able to just literally pick up my life, move across the world, and just start living as if nothing has changed. And it honestly comes down to the fact that for the last 5 years, I have been living my life with such anxiety that I have just never enjoyed myself. And I came to this realization about a month or so ago. Oh no, I squished one of my tomatoes. Oh, well, I'll eat him first. I had this realization that, and this is going to sound just a little bit morbid and it's a bit harsh, so I apologize to anyone that doesn't want to hear the harshness of what I'm about to say, but I realized that the absolute worst case scenario in life is that you die. And the problem is that that's gonna happen anyway. So you can either live your life in constant fear and anxiety like I was, and then one day it's all over, or you can just throw yourself into life. Because the reality is it doesn't matter what conversation you have with someone, it doesn't matter if you put yourself out there with new friends or people or whatever, you're not going to die from having a conversation with someone. For the most part. I should put an asterisk next to that for anyone that wants to like take that and run with it, but for the most part, your life isn't in physical danger from a conversation or from meeting people or going out to events. And once I had this realization, I was like, that is it. I will never leave anything unsaid anymore. As long as I convey myself with kindness and compassion, then there's no reason I shouldn't say how I'm feeling, or there's no reason that I shouldn't put myself out there. So now I'm at a point where I'm just like, well, I'm gonna throw myself into life head first. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna meet people, and I'm just gonna see what happens. Yes, I have these days where I'm a little bit more anxious than I would like to be, but for the most part, it's just, I literally retrained myself to think that everything is gonna be fine. It doesn't matter what happens, I'm gonna be fine. So I'm just throwing myself headfirst into being here in Canada, and I'm just meeting people, and people that I kind of know and I've only known like 1 or 2 days. For example, BB, she's a YouTuber. I'll leave a link to her channel in the description. I only met her twice in Melbourne, but I was like, hey, I'm coming to Canada, let's hang out. So we went and got lunch last week, and then I met one of her friends, and I just keep talking to people and meeting people, and I just am throwing myself headfirst into life and just seeing what happens. So I apologize if that's a little bit too harsh or a little bit morbid for anyone to listen to, but that is kind of like my mentality at the moment. So that is how I'm here and how I've just managed to make this transition so easy. It's just being like, whatever happens, happens. Let's just go and live life. I'm gonna put all of this away now.
Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the
I've just popped my towels in the dryer, and I also just want to apologize again. I don't normally share a lot of like heavy opinions or things on my channel very often, but I just wanted to be honest with you, and it's an honest, harsh truth. And I'm the type of person that I love like a very full-on sort of type of motivation. That's how I really function. Like I love Erin as a business coach because she's just so to the point and she just tells you to get up and do it, and I love that. So I know that for some of you that is something you probably didn't want to hear, but for everybody else that loves that sort of motivation, I hope that the way that I've started to think about things is helpful to you as well. It's just time is limited on this planet, and I just don't want to waste any more of it.
golden hands as we go.
My camera battery actually died, so I ate a salad and have been doing some admin work, but I think my computer needs to be updated tonight. Why is this not logging in? It should log in. There we go. I think it's logging in. Oh, I don't know what it's doing. It needs to be updated, and I don't want to do it right now because it takes so long. So I'm just hoping that getting out of everything, I cleaned off the desktop and I shut it down, and then now I've just restarted it, that it'll be fine and will be running smoothly until I can update it tonight, because I don't want to waste valuable daytime updating my computer. You know, I could do this while I'm sleeping, so fingers crossed that it's going to run a bit smoother now. It's just I can't literally play anything or even transfer files. Just transferring files, it's so slow.
I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free.
This is my favorite little working spot. This fluffy thing on this chair makes it so comfortable. So that's my favorite chair. This is where I like to work from. I need to write a blog post, so I'm gonna get in and do that.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde.
Blog post is done, or at least it's done in its first phase. I need to go through and fix it up a little bit. But today's blog post is actually about writing and what I do in order to write. I've had quite a few questions recently about writing and filling up notebooks, because you know that I love my notebooks and I do fill them quite quickly. So I just thought I would go in and write a little post explaining how I do that. So if you have any questions and anything that you would like answered in the form of a blog post, please leave them on this video or even on my Instagram or anything. But I'm going to be trying to do posts every 1 to 2 weeks, and if you guys leave me lots of questions, then I'll be able to give you more responses to the things that you're curious about. So if you are a writer, then you know that I am not a writer by any means, but the biggest thing that I have learnt over the last couple of months of trying to write more is that practice definitely makes you better. So I don't think I'm ever going to be a fabulous writer. I am a designer, I'm a graphics person. That is my strong suit. Writing, not so much, but I'm loving the progress I'm making. I'm loving that it's coming a lot easier to me. So practice is definitely up there as one of the most important parts. But if you would like to see that blog post, I'll leave my new website in the description. And if you haven't yet, make sure you sign up to get the free downloadable ebook with a printable worksheet inside it as well. So yeah, that's where I'm up to. I know I probably should finish this off all in one go, but I'm really not feeling like correcting my language right now. I'm gonna leave it and sit on it and come back to it with like a fresh mind. And I might actually start working on some photos that I need to take. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
We'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can.
I'm a little frustrated because photos are just not working for me right now. I've been avoiding taking photos for like 2 weeks because I'm just over it. So I've made myself another cup of tea. I've got like a little Kit Kat snack, and I'm going to sit here and regroup and hope that I can make the photos that I've just taken work. And if not, I give up forever. No, I'm kidding. I just it's just so annoying when it just doesn't work out how you want it to, and it wasn't working 2 weeks ago, so I stopped working on it, and now I'm right back to where I started. So yeah, I'm just gonna need a minute to like regroup and try and work through this.
Classic cliche, we're on the run. This is what we wait.
I had my moment. I was a little frustrated. I've been trying to take photos for the last 2 weeks. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. About 2 weeks ago, I was trying to take lots of photos. I got very frustrated, and then I gave up for like a week. And now that I'm trying to take photos again, it's just, when you have an idea in your head and then it just doesn't work out, it's extremely frustrating. But I played around. I think I fixed it. I had my little moment of being frustrated. I've almost finished my tea, and I'm just checking over my to-do list, and I pretty much have done most of the main things. I actually did so much at lunchtime that I actually didn't film or whatever. I was doing a lot of admin, and so I managed to get quite a bit done. There's a few extra things that I could probably just add to the list now that I've done them. I seriously thought this was gonna take way longer, because the days where I film these kind of videos, everything takes way longer, but making pretty good progress. So I think I'm gonna finish my tea, maybe try and keep shooting some more photos, because I've only got 2 out of 4 done, although I really want to shoot one of them, so technically 1 out of 4. So I might give that a go depending on the lighting in here. And then I've got more computer work that I can always do. It'll never be ending. But yeah, pretty pleased I've managed to get through all of my to-do list, and now I can add some extra things on. Okay, I've taken some photos. This one was actually just like a test shot, but it turned out really good, so I'm gonna keep it. It's one I'll probably post to Instagram. I'm gonna go and put a load of washing on, and then maybe sit down and just do some admin work. Washing machine is on and it's kind of in its spin cycle, so it might get a little bit noisy. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but I have just been trying to finalize the last of my to-do list off for today. It's not very often that I actually get through my to-do list, so I feel like I set pretty reasonable expectations for today. Usually things go wrong, and even though I had like a little bit of a moment with the photos, I managed to turn it around and actually salvage some of them, so that's a good thing. I'm just going to spend the last little bit of the afternoon doing some design work, so it's going to involve me sitting here and staying here, which, to be honest, this has been where I've been spending most of my life for like the last 2 weeks, and I am not complaining because there's really good energy in this little space and I love it. I find myself very comfortable here working away. So I'm just gonna get straight into some design work, and I think I'm gonna end this day here because once I've done this, I am going to just make food and chill out for the night. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Up the top, you can check out my last video. Down the bottom, I'll leave a link to another one of my videos, and I will see you in the next one.